Hi, I'm Andre Faust. Well, what's going down? I just read the headlines and looks like old man Higgs, well, geez, I shouldn't say old man Higgs, is the same age as I am. So anyway, but on a serious side, it looks like the Higgs government is pushing for the privatization of marijuana, ganji, Mary Jane, whatever you want to call it. They're trying to go for privatization. Well, for me, privatization is not only in this instance of cannabis. I've always been against privatization of natural resource, and since ganji, marijuana, is grown, it is a natural resource, same as oil or minerals or forestry. No one company should be reaping the profits off of that. Those resources belong to us, the people. And we definitely don't get really any benefits directly. I definitely don't see a royalty check coming in every month for the exploitation of some of the minerals and some of the forest. And that's what happens with privatizations. They become very, very wealthy, and of course the people working at the ground level, they get paid as minimum as possible, as much as what the private employer can get away with. Now Higgs says, they're losing money. Yeah, of course they're losing money. Haven't they kind of come to, and what he's not quite saying is that they're losing money to the black market. And, those guys, for intelligent people, are very stupid. Because, I remember I was 16 years old when Jamaican pot first came into Canada. And actually there's quite a story to that. One of my professors, Dr. McDonough, did his field work for his PhD in Jamaica. His thesis was, to simplify it, was that people will choose to work legitimately rather than illegitimately. Anyway, he studied this one dealer for X numbers of years, and this person wanted to be a fisherman, but because he was in poverty, it couldn't happen. So what he went and did, he got into the marijuana business, tried to get into the North American market. Failed many times, got thrown in jail, but anyway, eventually he got pot into North America. So, okay, what does that mean? Well, that was for me in 1970 or 71. Well, we're now here at the year 2020. The black market pot industry, the reason why it makes money is because it's now a refined machinery. It's a business. Any of this black market stuff, just because it's black market, is still operated like a business. And the reason why they can make money at it, because they are efficient. They are efficient to the point where they can keep the prices down. Higgs gives one of the reasons, well, Health Canada won't let us put smiling faces on our advertisement to discourage use. The black market doesn't use any of the standard kind of marketing, no. They deliver at a low price, and most of the time the supply is there. And that's what the province couldn't do. It couldn't provide the pot at low price, and it experienced shortages. Anecdotally, I was told by quite a few people saying that it was easier access for them to see their local dealer than having to try to deal with the provincial pot shop. So those are problems. But now, if private industry can make its success, then why can't the government? They're both playing with the same rules. Both will have the same kind of expenditures. If Health Canada intervenes and doesn't want smiling faces on any marketing, well, that's going to be applicable to the private sector just as well as the government. Look at the cigarettes. That's private. But Health Canada dictates what's on those packages of cigarettes, even though they're badly photoshopped. But still, the point is that yeah, if he's using Health Canada as an excuse for one of the reasons, that's pretty lame. And anyway, I don't know how effective that is, whether you see a smiling face or not. You know, tobacco sales is still doing quite well, regardless to the changes of packaging. You know, so what it is that I don't know why government cannot make things happen, and you know, it should. Make things happen. You know, they're the ones in power. They set the rules. You know, we've got the experimental farm right from where I live. I mean, the government could produce its own pot. Screw the private side. Produce your own. Grow your own. You know, sell it. You may even be able to undercut the black market. But with all that fails, the other thing that the provincial government could do to increase and make profit on their marijuana sales is hire somebody from the Hells Angels who's been doing this for 30, 40, 50 years. They all know the ins and out of the pot industry. Now, I'm just going to change note, but it still has to do with inhaling. Tobacco. Back in the McKenna years, old Frankie baby, he went and rose the prices of cigarettes, taxes, and anyway, quickly realized that they were actually losing money in the long run because people were buying from the black market rather than from the convenience stores. Well, Brian Gallant decided to pull the McKenna trick, but he added one other ingredient because he realized that McKenna's government lost money on cigarette taxes. So he hired a police force, especially to enforce any kind of black marketing. Well, I've been in 3 cities right now, and Fredericton, St. John, and Moncton. And you don't know how many times I get people coming up and asking me because they see me light up a cigarette saying, hey, look, I can get you some really good cheap tobacco here. And that, I don't know, I think like $20 for something like, but because I've tried them and I didn't like the taste, so I stick with the brand that I do. I was going to mention the name, but then YouTube would say, oh, I was advertising for a particular brand, so I won't say the brand. But we've got to also ask the government, how much money are you losing to the black market on tobacco sales? So I'm going to wrap that up there. So we'll cover 2 things here: the loss of revenues on cannabis, and the loss of, and I would wager there's a loss on tobacco sale or tobacco tax revenue. Anyway, this is Andre. Till next time, be good to each other.